Broken Clock reviews more final minutes of Lakers-Warriors. In the game that took place on Saturday night between the Golden State Warriors and the Los Angeles Lakers, the excitement reached its zenith in the final 2 minutes of the game, but not without significant delays. The game was played between the two teams. Due to the fact that there was just 1 minute and 50 seconds left on the clock, Darvin Ham, the head coach of the Los Angeles Lakers, took the decision to appeal an out-of-bounds call. During that time period, the Lakers were behind by a margin of 4 points. This call was called into doubt due to the fact that Jackson Hayes, a center for the Lakers, and Andrew Wiggins, a forward for the Warriors, were both vying for the rebound at the same time. While the officials were investigating this significant moment, they came across another issue that had occurred during the time that the Lakers were in ownership of the team before. It was discovered that the corner three-pointer that LeBron James had attempted, which had appeared to ignite the Lakers' comeback dreams just a few moments earlier with 2 minutes and 7 seconds remaining, was not genuine. James had made the attempt. The careful inspection that the officials undertook resulted in the shot that James had taken being rejected, which added to the drama and rage that the Lakers were experiencing as the clock continued to tick away. Despite the fact that it was supposed to be a straightforward 2-minute session, the subsequent replay reviews and shot clock complications turned it into an unbearably extended misery that lasted for an extremely long time. Players, coaches, and supporters all reached their limits of patience as a result of this situation. In an unexpected and dramatic turn of events, the Los Angeles Lakers were able to successfully dispute the first ruling that was given by the officials, which resulted in a jump ball being played between Jackson Hayes and Andrew Wiggins. This was a huge victory for the Lakers. In spite of this, the Lakers are experiencing a setback in the midst of their excitement at having won the challenge. After further investigation, it was revealed that the crucial corner three-pointer that LeBron James made, which at first appeared to generate optimism for the Lakers, was in fact invalid. Because of this unexpected change of events, James and the Lakers were left bewildered and frustrated. James was also left feeling frustrated. This was something that was especially true when taking into consideration the key point in the game and the impact that it had on their momentum. During the event, memories of a similar scenario that took place in a prior game against the Minnesota Timberwolves in December came flooding back to the player. During the game, James also had another late shot that was disputed and decreased after it was reviewed. James, who was steadfast in his stance, reinforced his view that he had not exceeded the boundaries of the game, putting a focus on his one-of-a-kind shooting method. James was adamant in his position. After some time had passed, the crew chief, David Guthrie, provided a comprehensive explanation for the verdict. He made reference to Rule 13, Section III, which outlines the requirements that must be met in order to investigate boundary line violations. The precise focus of the conversation was on the position of the player's feet in the moment just before the release of the shot. This clarification provided after the game sheds insight on the comprehensive procedure that lies behind such verdicts. It also demonstrated the stringent attention to detail and respect for league laws that are required in the refereeing of professional basketball games. Although the Lakers ultimately prevailed throughout the game, the incident served as a strong reminder of the instability and scrutiny that are inherent in high-stakes NBA games. This was the case despite the fact that the Lakers ultimately prevailed. The coaches that were involved in the aftermath of the three-point shot that was thrown over each had their own unique perspectives on the situation. Darvin Ham, the coach of the Lakers, emphasized the significance of getting calls right, despite the fact that they may cause disruptions to the flow of the game. Steve Kerr, the coach of the Warriors, expressed his dissatisfaction with the current rules regarding replay, particularly with regard to out-of-bounds calls and shots such as LeBron James' contested three-pointer. Additionally, Kerr expressed his displeasure with the rules regarding replay. A further challenge by Ham regarding the out-of-bounds positioning of Draymond Green added even more time to the already tumultuous final minutes of the game. When this took place, the score had already been altered and the Lakers had regained possession of the ball. During the time that the referees were seeking to determine a solution to the issues that were occurring with the shot clock, both the players and the crowd were increasingly frustrated. This was made clear by the obvious annoyance that celebrities like Ben Affleck and LeBron James displayed, as well as by the perplexed expressions seen on their faces. Kerr voiced his displeasure with the lengthy waits, which were broken up by a number of startups that were unsuccessful. The rhythm of the game was disrupted as a result of these delays, and he expressed concern for the effect that they had on the overall experience that the supporters enjoyed. James made a vital turnover at the end of the game, which led to an alley-oop dunk for the Warriors. This occurred despite the fact that the game eventually restarted despite the tumult that had occurred. The Lakers' already precarious predicament was made even worse by this development. An earlier shot clock issue that happened during a possession by the Warriors was brought up by the Lakers players while they were reflecting on the chain of events that had transpired. This demonstrated that the regulations were not consistently enforced over the entirety of the game. However, Ham also remarked that incidents of this sort are a natural part of the game, despite the fact that he acknowledged the distinction between the two states. During the post-game talks, the frustrations that were experienced by both teams were brought to light. These meetings also brought to light the significance of ensuring that the officiating and game management staff maintain consistency and reliability through their actions. During his post-game remarks, crew chief David Guthrie addressed the problem of the shot clock that occurred during live play but was not previously mentioned. According to him, such technical problems are not eligible for evaluation because they are not regarded as problematic. He stated that this was the decision. This statement highlights the limitations of the officiating process while also emphasizing the significant role that the officiating crew plays in the process of making decisions in real time. The fact that Guthrie acknowledged the fact that the officiating crew is responsible for identifying and addressing issues in a timely manner throughout the game brings to light the difficulties that are encountered when attempting to protect the integrity of the game amidst the rapid-fire action that takes place on the court. A number of significant shifts took place in the standings of the Western Conference as a direct consequence of the outcomes of the sports event. During the beginning of the game, the Los Angeles Lakers were in the 9th seed in the standings, and they were leading the Golden State Warriors by 1 game against them. During the game, the Warriors were the team that ended up losing. The outcome of the game, on the other hand, prompted a reversal of places, with the Lakers now occupying the 10th spot and trailing the Warriors from their previous position at the time of the game's conclusion. There has been a change in the standings which drives home the point that the race for the playoffs is very unpredictable, and that each and every game is of the utmost significance as clubs compete for a spot in the postseason. Because there are only 14 games left in the regular season, each and every matchup is of the utmost importance as clubs seek to reach good positions in the playoffs. This is because there are only 14 games left. At this point in the season, the words made by D'Angelo Russell, a guard for the Los Angeles Lakers, illustrate that the team is aware of the significance and urgency of each and every game that is now being played. Not only does his admission that it's going to take everything to scrape out some wins illustrate the challenging nature of the playoff race, but it also highlights the determination that is required to be successful in an environment that is so difficult to navigate. In the final stretch of the regular season, each victory becomes increasingly significant in deciding the team's positions in the playoffs and the probable matchups they would face. This is because the playoffs are the final stretch of the season. Additionally, Ramona Shelburne of ESPN's contributions to the report are proof of the in-depth reporting and analysis that a variety of media outlets provided in order to convey the complexities and effects of the game's conclusion. The knowledge that Shelburne has gained from his expertise allows him to have a more comprehensive understanding of the impact that the game has on the teams that are competing in the playoffs, as well as the overall picture of the playoffs. The Guthrie remark, when combined with the change in the Lakers' standings and Russell's thoughts, provides a thorough understanding of the complexities of NBA competition and the high stakes involved in the battle for the playoffs. The variety of problems that referees pose, the implications for standings, and the perspectives of players highlight the complexity of professional basketball and the amount of work necessary to succeed in such a competitive environment. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel.